What's up, everybody? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett. They call me that because I'm a big Star Wars fan, but today it's Bizarro Day and I'm wearing my Star Trek hoodie. Pretty cool hoodie. I wore it in another video and I just really like it. So anyways, today we are talking about the new DC Multiverse Bizarro action figure. That's right, this is a really cool figure and I was really super excited to pick him up. And so let's go ahead and review him right now. All right, so the first thing you notice right off the bat, and I say this every time about these multiverse figures, and that is this packaging looks phenomenal. This blue looks great with a Superman figure and even this Bizarro figure. Now, the one thing that you will notice is Bizarro is turned around the other way. He's opposite. Normally figures face forward in the packaging, but he does not because he's Bizarro and he does everything the opposite of the way that it's supposed to be. So let's take a look at this packaging. We'll get into that later. But of course, here up at the top, we've got the DC logo etched in there. We've got Bizarro's name here on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, it's got the DC logo. This nice cartoon of Bizarro, we'll talk about that some more in a second. That's here on the left panel. The DC logo, just a nicer, kind of shinier logo here in the middle, of course with Multiverse at the bottom. Here are some of his accessories that we will go into as we go through the review, but here's what they look like inside the packaging. And of course, Bizarro there backwards. His S is backwards on his cape. I love this cape, as you will see, and just phenomenal packaging so far. Here we got the DC logo up at the top on the side panel, and this great cartoon. This totally reminds me of the John Byrne era of Superman, which got rebooted in 1986 by DC Comics. So if you read any of that, that's what this reminds me of when they rebooted that. This is that kind of art style and look and colors. And since Bizarro is not really in something right now in a live action format or whatever, it's great to see this kind of cartoon representation of the character. All right, so let's turn around here and look at the back. This is the complete backing here. As you can see, up at the top, you got the cartoon of Bizarro, and then of course the action figure and what he looks like in his Clark Kent persona, or his secret identity, we should say. And it says Tales of the Bizarro World. Let's take a closer look up here at this picture. Great colors, they just totally pop with Bizarro's name up at the top. And here is his bio. It says, a superhero in his own mind, even the opposite speaking Bizarro must protect his secret identity, always thinking that he was the real Superman. Most Bizarro stories were tragic stories that you end up finding out, you know, hearing this heart of this character. Here's what he looks like. He's got his glasses on here, a necktie, a shirt or a jacket there with the arms ripped off. His alias, I love it, is L-Cal instead of Kal-El. His abilities are superhuman strength, but he has flight, just like Superman. But look here, he has freeze vision and flame breath, the exact opposite of what Superman has. I love that. That's just a great little touch. And here at the bottom, we just got some of the, UPC symbols and some of the basic information there. But all together, I've said it since the beginning, since they rebranded the whole Multiverse figure line, the packaging looks great. The figures look great in the package. Let's see what he looks like on the inside. So here's what he looks like in the tray when you pull the tray out of the box. All of his accessories fit really nicely in here. They're all laid out pretty well here in the tray. And as you can see here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little different with this one. But you can see he comes with an extra set of hands and of course his jacket there. I'm going to do something a little different with this one since he is faced around the other way. We're going to see what he looks like this way. This is what he would look like frozen in carbonite, or you could use this almost like as in Superman 2 with Christopher Reeve, where he goes into the chamber and loses his powers. You could save this packaging if you want to and use it for that and play that way. Something I would have done as a kid. This is what Bizarro looks like out of the packaging. Colors are great. Look at this, man. This figure is really cool. I just love DC Multiverse figures. Look here, he comes with this necklace that says Bizarro 1. It's a nice softer plastic, and of course this will fit around his neck. He also comes with this purple necktie, which is perfect when he's in his secret identity costume. Of course, here is the left hand, the extra hand that you can use for flight. Great sculpting on this hand, by the way, too. I mean, look how detailed that is. It just looks really great. Here is the right hand. Bring that up a little closer here for you to see. Look at that detail between the knuckles there, and of course the nails. Just a great looking sculpt on this hand all together. So it's cool to have that extra set of hands. Of course, here he's got his glasses, because Clark Kent has glasses. The best disguise ever in comic book history. Got a little story about that. That actually does work. And then, of course, here is his jacket with the arms ripped out, the sleeves ripped off. And nice gray there, nice soft plastic. Goes on pretty easy, as we will see here in just a little bit. So that's kind of all of his accessories and what he comes with. Like I said, he looks really great standing up here. He stands well, at least mine does. I know sometimes you get a figure that is a little loose, but let's take a closer look at Bizarro. I love this look for his face. And you can see here the S here is backwards, but very colorful. Just totally pops. And I love that S. It's so perfect. That's exactly how it should be. You can see here the sculpting on the face has got a lot of detail in the sculpt. Just a lot of really great detail. The hair is kind of mussed up a little bit. But he's got all these little lines and everything. He's not square totally, but he's got these little lines. And then the hair is nicely detailed. This nice cloth cape. This reminds me of the Superpowers era of figures. And that's exactly how the cape goes on, as we'll see in just a minute. But I love the yellow S on the back. Always love that. But you can see here, this cape goes on very similar to how the Superpowers action figures went on. Has the little piece of plastic that goes around the neck there. And a nice bright red, nice cloth here. You could really get some nice angles on that. Now we're going to leave the cape off as we do the rest of the thing here. You can see his head goes all the way around on a ball joint. It goes up and down about this much. So you can say yes and no, meaning the exact opposite. His arms go straight out like this. And of course he has a swivel here at the shoulder. You can turn that around any way you want. He also has a swivel at the bicep. You can swivel there. He has no swivel there at the elbow, but his elbow does go up and down. So great articulation there. So he can work out. Also, his hands do go all the way around, of course, because you can replace them. So here we'll pull one out, replace it with one of the alternate hands. These actually go in pretty easy for one of these. I've had a couple of these that don't, but you can wave hi and goodbye. He's looking for Lois, because he always has to save Lois, because that's what Superman does. Superman saves Lois. Then, of course, the right arm does the exact same thing. Goes all the way up and down, goes all the way around. It's got the bicep swivel here, as you can see. Also bends at the elbow. Show you how strong he is. Show you his big muscles, because Bizarro have big muscles. And then, of course, his hand does go all the way around. This is the fist, and it goes all the way around. We'll pull this one out. Show you how easy it is to replace this one. Just as easy. Goes in pretty well. And just like that, he can wave with both hands. Or direct traffic, whatever. He does have an ab crunch, so Bizarro can get those rock hard abs. And he does spin around at the waist. Nice articulation there. Now, Bizarro can actually do a full split. Some of these figures, even though their legs go out, they can't do a full split, but he can do the full split. He has a swivel at the thigh here, as you can see. It's always nice for posing. This one's a little stiff here, but it does go around. Just gotta kind of force them sometimes when they're first out of the package. There you go. Then, of course, he has the double knee, which looks great. Then here his ankle doesn't go around, but it does go up and down. And look at these boots. These boots are pretty cool. The detail on them. It's got the black etching on the boots. And he does have a hole in the bottom, just in case you find a stand that will fit one of these. Of course, the right leg does the exact same thing. It's got the swivel at the thigh. Nice and tight there. It's got the double bending knee joint there. Always like those for great poses. And then the same thing. Look at the definition in that calf muscle, man. And of course, another hole at the bottom there. So, Good looking figure, looks pretty good. He's got great articulation. You can put this figure in all kinds of poses and all kinds of cool stuff that you can do with the figure. Now, let's take a look at some of his accessories and how they go on and what Bizarro looks like with those accessories. So he comes with these various accessories. I don't think we'll start with the jacket. Let's start with the tie. Tie goes right over the head, just like this. Now you do want to be careful that you don't try to stretch it out too much. It is big enough that it will go over, but don't try to force it because you don't want to break it in trying to put it over. Also, here's the jacket. Now you can put this on a few different ways, but as you'll see here in a second, even though it will go on, you can force it by going on this way. There are easier ways of getting him in there, and you'll see here in a minute when we're done how I get him in and out of the jacket. But it will slip on that way. You can put it on that way one arm at a time, or you can put it on with both arms at the same time. Here we've got the other one. Now this wouldn't normally go on along with the tie, it'd just be on Bizarro, but just to show you what he looks like with the Bizarro #1 medallion on. Take that off here real quick. Again, be careful with this that you don't break that, because you don't want to end up having a damaged necklace there. So you can put the cape on underneath of it, and a lot of people do that, which would make more sense. But then of course his glasses. Now these glasses look really great. They're really, really well sculpted for this figure, and they fit really nice and snug. You don't have to worry about, at least my figure, you don't have to worry about it coming off. And that's what he looks like in his secret identity persona. Great looking figure. Like I said, lots of color. And let's take a look at him compared to the box here. So this is what the figure looks like. You got the cape there now underneath the jacket, just like the back of the packaging. Looks very detailed. Looks very cool up against this packaging. You may even want to keep this packaging. Sometimes I find myself wanting to keep the packaging of figures. That's why sometimes I keep them in the packaging, or maybe I sometimes will display it in the packaging and other times out of the package, just depending upon how I feel. But this is definitely a figure that you can display together.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de. Me, Kent Clark, just walking down street. Uh-oh! Lois in trouble. Me need to turn into Bizarro Superman. It's very important that me have good costume, good secret identity costume to protect me identity. That's why me wear the glasses. The glasses protect me identity so no one knows who me is. And who me is real Superman. Not fake Superman like that other imposter. Me am real Superman. #1, Bizarro. At moment's notice, me turn from Kent Clark into Bizarro Superman. Me am here to save the day. Aw, man, me mess up. Bizarro not just like Superman.
It's all right, Bizarro. Don't be so hard on yourself. You're still a good guy. I think so.
Superman really mean that? Bizarro do good, just like you?
Sure. Here, why don't I take you to lunch?
Okay. Can me get ice cream?
Absolutely.
Can me date Lois?
That's not gonna happen.
So there you have it, everybody. That is my review of the DC Multiverse Bizarro action figure. And you know what? Even though he's from a square planet in some iterations, he's an all-around good guy. Yeah, I think so. What do you think? Speaking of that, hey, do you own this figure? What do you think of him? Let me know down in the comments section. I would love to hear from you, all right? I would love to hear what you think of the DC Multiverse line. I would love to hear what you think about this guy in general. And also, if you're a toy collector, enthusiast, or whatever, please, 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 please follow us on any one of our social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And then that way you can send me photos of your toys. I would love to see what collections are out there. I would love to see how you display your toys. I love seeing that because I love toys and I love collecting toys, and I love to talk to other people who share the same passion that I have, all right? So please send me photos of that. You can even send me a video of you talking about your toy collection, and we just might feature it right here in the toy room in the Poindexter Lounge. Yeah, we would do that. And you know why? Because one, we like toys, and two, we like people. And you qualify at least as one of those. So please do that today. Follow us on any one of our social media platforms. All that information is in the description below. And also this month, you know what? If you like what you see around here and you're like, hey, you know what? This Enosh guy, he's kind of strange, but he likes toys and he likes movies and he likes TV shows, and I like that too, and he's just about as big a nerd as I am, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit that notifications bell so that you know when we put out new videos, which is really like all the time. We try to put out videos like as fast and as soon as we can, all right? Hey, speaking of which, guys, don't forget this month, remember William just won the Captain Marvel, he is Captain Marvel, but won the Shazam action figure. You can win this right here, which is an Orm Ocean Master with his armor figure right there. Pretty cool guy. All you gotta do is be a subscriber and hit notifications, and of course leave comments telling me that you are interested in the figure. Need to know that you're interested in the figure, but do that. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining with me. I'm always glad to bring you guys into my toy room and show you around and talk about the stuff that we love. And today it's toys. All right. So until next time, my name is Enosh, aka Enosh Vet, saying, you know what? Make some way because I'm coming through the toy aisle, and it's like those old Toys R Us shopping sprees. I'm barreling in, getting to that cash register. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please smash that like button and of course subscribe, and also hit that notifications bell so that you are aware when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. Thanks for being a part of the Poindexter Lounge, and we'll see you next time.